The next step, pre-processing or order cleansing of data. Oh, what is this? Can you tell me, guys? Pre-processing or cleansing of data. What do you think this is? Okay, very simple, guys. See here. The thing here it is the final after this. The next step is what the next step here? Analytics, data analysis. So in the next step in the analysis is the next step is analysis. In that, if you want to do analysis on some data, okay, we need the data to be, we expect the data to be in some organized way. What is that organized way? That is, finally see this case here, we have structured, semi-structured and unstructured. So finally the target should be whether the file is structured, semi-structured or unstructured. After pre-processing the data should be okay. Otherwise I will write like this: input and output. So what is the input, what will be the input in the pre-processing stage, and what will be the output? Okay, that I will try to tell so that you can understand easily. So input can be any structured file, it can be anything, semi-structured or unstructured. Okay, input can be anything. So what pre-processing has to do is, and after pre-processing what should be the output? Okay, we expect a structured format of data, the structured data. Okay, so the input can be anything. That's what I told you here. Okay, the data can be structured, semi-structured, in any format of data. So what pre-processing has to do is, the pre-processing or cleansing of data should well organize the data so that we can do analysis on that. I'm repeating the statement. The data has to be well organized. So well organized in the sense, it has to be converted, it has to be transformed, it has to be transformed into a structured form so that analysis can be done on that. Okay, if it is unstructured or semi-structured, so you may ask, you may have a doubt here. Already if we have structured data, let's say already if we have structured data, what is the point of again transforming into a organized data? Is all structured, right? Do you think pre-processing is required for structured data? So I'm asking the question, you guys, do you think pre-processing is required for structured, semi-structured as well as unstructured, or is it necessary only for unstructured? Is it not required for structured? Can you tell me this? First tell me.
Required for all. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Why? Because see here, structured in the sense there will be rows and columns. Not that is not just required. So there will be some outliers or there will be some missing data. When we take this rows and columns also, there will be some null values. There's the chance of having null values or some non-required columns. You know, some columns might not be required. All the columns might not be required. So for analysis purpose, we may take only some of the columns and we delete some of the columns. We add some columns. Likewise, that is called as, you know, analysis. For doing analysis, as it is data is not enough. Remember, is not sufficient. We need to. We might have to delete some data. We might have to add some data to the existing data. That means we have to make the data ready for analysis. In the sense, what we do is actually adding some data, or deleting some data. Okay, uh, and what do you call as dealing with null if it is structured data, dealing with null values. So if it is structured, adding some columns, deleting some columns, these could be some of the operations which come under pre-processing before the data is sent for analysis. Before the data is being sent for analysis, if the data is structured, what do we mean by pre-processing? The pre-processing might be adding some new columns, deleting some existing columns, and dealing with the null values, and adding some timestamp if the tables do not have timestamps, adding some timestamps. So all this come under what? Cleansing or pre-processing, and is making the data ready for processing. Analysis is nothing but making that getting the data ready for processing. That one we call as what? Pre-processing. Okay. So if we come to semi-structured or unstructured, okay, so there will be unstructured in the sense there is no particular pattern, or there is no the data is not well organized. There is a meaning of semi or unstructured. So we have to put some efforts, we have to apply certain transformations, and we have to convert it into what? A structured data. So finally, whether whatever we do in the pre-processing, that is, the output has to be a structured data ready for analysis. That's it, ready for analysis. Okay, where it is structured. So if it is structured, we will have something to do. If it is semi-structured, we'll have something to do. If it is unstructured, we'll have something to do under pre-processing. Okay, this will be there compulsory for any data, guys, remember that. Okay, so after the data is ready, then what to do? So after pre-processing is done, we got the structured data ready for analysis. Then what has to be done now here? The data is ready. The data earlier, the data was not ready for processing, ready for analysis. Now the data is ready for analysis. So what we have to do? So this is, see here, first step. In the first step, data ingestion, the data is available. I told you that where the data is available. So let's say that the data is available in S3 now. So the data was stored somewhere, okay, and from there we need to, sorry, the data was in S3, and now we are pre-processing, we are processing that, pre-processing, not process, final processing, pre-processing the data, and we got a structuredness to the data. And what to do with this data now? After we create, after we get the structured data after pre-processing, what shall we do with this data? What we have to do? Do we store somewhere, or what to do? You know, the data was there, guys. Here the data was there in S3. This, let's assume that this data was raw data, okay, not it is not ready for analysis. So for that, what we have done? Pre-processing. Okay, now with this, the data will be gets ready for what? Analysis. Okay, now after data got ready for analysis, the what shall we do now? Shall we store it? Shall we store this data ready anywhere, or we do analysis directly?
We need to store.
But we generally store the data, guys. Here, store this data, store the data in some storage system. Okay, now, so if you want to make analysis, if you want to do analysis, under what storage system the data has to be stored, where the data has to be stored. So here I told you that here we are still having the data in this S3. Let's assume S3. So where do you think, in order to do the analysis on the data, large amounts of data, guys, in order to do the we are dealing with big data, okay, where do you think the data has to be stored in order to do the analysis? Now the data is ready, the data is
SDFS.
HDFS. If you store the data into RDBMS, is it possible to do analysis?
No.
RDBMS is not for analysis, right? It's only for transaction purpose. So RDBMS is not recommended. What is that? S3, data in S3. What else? You know, guys, mainly the data will be stored into warehouses. The data will be stored to do the analysis. The data will be stored into warehouses, remember. So in the warehouses, the data that is in warehouses will be used for analysis purpose, not for transactional purpose. The data in RDBMS will be used for transaction purpose, not for analysis. So remember that. So warehouses can store any amount of data. Warehouses can store any amount of data, and the transactions can be done on that. So not transaction, sorry, analysis can be done on the data. Got it? So warehouses, what is the warehouse in big data ecosystem? The native big data ecosystem, Hive. Hive is a warehouse which stores the data. Okay, the structure, that is structured format. Hive stores in structured format only, but it is not RDBMS. It is a warehouse. Okay. Now, nowadays, a warehouse is becoming very popular. And that is called as Snowflake. This is one of the this is a cloud warehouse only, and this is being provided by AWS. Is one of the services in AWS. It is a warehouse. It is a popular warehouse. Okay, remember this point. Now, can you tell me, guys, even though we call these as the warehouses, a Hive and a Snowflake, all this, we have many other, I don't know, but we are using these two in our projects. Um, what is the underlying file system of Hive? Underlying file
HDFS.
system, HDFS. Okay, like HDFS is the underlying file system of Hive. S3 will be the underlying file system for Snowflake. Okay, remember that. Like HDFS is the file system, underlying file system for Hive, S3 will be the underlying storage system for Snowflake. Remember that point. So we do the analysis on large amounts of data, analysis on big data. Okay, on big data, the data will be stored into a warehouse. This is for sure, guys. In warehouse only the data finally is going to be stored. So after the data is stored into the warehouse, then we start analyzing in the sense we fire some queries. What, depending upon the business logic, we fire the queries, and we get the requirement, we get the results or reports. So firing the queries, that we have to write the queries, we have to provide the queries. So that, that depends upon the client need and what to do and where to do, what are the queries that we have to write. So that depends, that will be that will be regular process. Okay, but this is the first step. This is the first thing that we have to provide everything. Okay, so here the pipeline is this. What is the pipeline is? So according to our discussion, first the data was in S3. After that, we are doing some pre-processing or pre-processing, or also called as processing, and into a warehouse.
Yeah.
Funnel loading into warehouse. Okay, this is a simple pipeline. Okay, S3 process. There can be many stages can be there, but this is the basic pipeline. What is the role of Spark in this pipeline? Where does Spark come into picture? You got my point right here. Where the Spark is going to have a role in this entire pipeline? See here, guys, here, whatever this step is there, this step is done here, the data is stored actually, right? That is already available on that. And here also we are storing the data. This is storage system, this is storage system. In between, what is that we are doing? We are reading from. So here we have to use certain tool, a framework or a tool which can read. So what will be the amount of data in S3? Is it large volumes of data, small, large volumes of data only, right? And it can be structured, as I told you, semi or unstructured. It can be uh, any format, right? So we must use a framework or a tool so that it can read structured, semi-structured, or unstructured data. So can Spark do that? Yes. Spark can be used for reading, that is pulling the data from this S3. And can we use Spark for processing of data? Is it possible? That is to add something, to delete some data, to add some data, to
Yeah.
make it clean. No, that is possible with Spark. Yes, that is possible, right? Okay. So, and after that, so everything, whatever we want, everything we can do with Spark, and then we can store it into warehouse. That is what is the role of Spark is. So what is the role of Spark is going to be here? It is Spark can read, process, pre-process, and store into warehouse. Store into warehouses. It can read, it can pre-process, and it can store into warehouse. This is where the Spark role is going to come actually in the second step. It can do whatever the processing that is required, structure processing, semi-structure processing, unstructured processing, everything that can be done by the Spark. And finally, it can load the data also into any warehouse, not only just warehouse. Generally, we use warehouses for storing the data, so it can be used for storing into warehouse or any structure, anything. Okay, right? Extract, transform, and load. So Spark is replacing the traditional ETL tools. Spark, the some industries are using Spark as an ETL tool, alternative to the existing ETL tools. That's what it is doing, right? Extract,
Yeah, yeah,
transform, and load. That's it. Exactly what you said. Exactly right. Okay. With high performance. That is
yeah.
why to use Spark? Why not this Informatica? Informatica can it read from some storage systems? I don't know about Informatica. I heard that Informatica can do with RDBMS mainly. Can read and process the data in RDBMS. I don't know whether it can read from these all these five systems or not. I don't know. Yeah, can it do?
Uh,
I don't know. I don't
uh,
know.
yeah, they are modifying, they are working on so many alterations and modifications to
Yeah,
support all this. But the
yeah.
speed wise, like I think that is where market is going towards, I think,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They say that they are trying to add Hadoop support also. I think it is already added, but it's not up to the expectations, I think. That's what I heard. So no problem. That's a different issue. So this is what the role of Spark and the stages that are going to be there in any project pipeline.